Hello, shooters, loaders, and casters. What is the wide world of sports is going on? We're hoping y'all having a good evening. There's Jason already. You guys are on the ball out there already, so I'm glad y'all are here. It's Memorial Day weekend. We're probably going to talk about that, maybe that, and the difference between Memorial Day and Veterans Day. So, um, it is Memorial Day weekend. We do have a 3 day weekend. I'm proud of that. Like I said in the description earlier, when we get to Friday of Memorial Day weekend in Georgia, slam instantly. It's summertime. So, Kyle, start us off, brother. What you got going on?
Thank you, Jamie. Good to be here. I'd like to say hey to everybody. Once again, crazy week. Glad it's over with. I actually left work early today and went to a chiropractor to try to fix what's going on with me. I've got plenty more appointments scheduled, but all in all, it was a busy week. And then all of a sudden, we ended up with all this rain. My frogs are going nuts because they're happy to have water, I guess, because it hadn't rained here in quite a bit. Got Angel in the kitchen doing good work, and Baloo's laying on the floor. But other than that, everything's going great. I hope everybody enjoys this weekend. Let me turn it over to AR.
Hey, y'all. Appreciate you inviting me on here. It's good to be here. Rough week, but I'm okay. I'm retired, unlike Kyle and the rest of y'all. So it's a pleasure to be on here. Welcome in the side chat, everyone. And that's about it. Turn it over to Willie or Echo. It's an honor to be here, too.
Well, I guess I'll go. Kyle, I'm with you. I'm going to a chiropractor next Thursday. Got like 12 visits to go. They're going to try to do that Chinese needles in your neck, whatever crap. Figure what it's called.
Acupuncture.
There you go, acupuncture.
That is a good thing. I'm telling you that, along with the pressure points that they do with adjusting your back, acupuncture has a lot of good effects. Everybody I've talked to that have had that has come out better on the other end of it.
Yeah, I'm not allowing them to touch my lower back. My neck and shoulder needs to be adjusted so bad. I'm dying from that. But that's it. I'm retired too, like AR. So, Mr. Echo?
I am finally got my shipping notification that my RCBS Summit Press is on its way to me. And so I'm excited about that. I have my inline fabrications quick change plate for it already. So I'm just waiting on to get that, and I'm going to put it to work doing a bunch of 223 and 556 little project on my channel. But other than that, that's what I've been up to, and finally feeling better after almost 2 weeks of in and out of the hospital type of deal.
Well, I'm glad you're feeling better, buddy.
I hate to hear our buddies hurting.
I need a chiropractor, too.
Yeah, I totally forgot AR when I sent you that heavy ass box. I'm so sorry. I was like, no, it's okay. He'll like it. And then you told me it was heavy in your back. I said, oh, damn it. I forgot his back.
I have hand trucks. I thought it was an alternator at first, and I went to roll it, and I said, uh-oh.
It was only 34 pounds.
Yeah, it was fine. Like I said, I appreciate it, too.
Oh, not a problem. Problem is, I saw one of your videos doing 223. I'm like, man, he's going to hate how I sized mine. I was watching your video when you're doing your reading and everything. I was like, man, I don't got no reading gauges like that.
Yeah, I typically size on the T7 and run it, the rest of it through the 650.
What, do you just do the old touch the shell holder and then a quarter turn?
No, I used instant indicator. Set
No,
it up
I know how
like a
you do
monitor.
it. I know how you do it.
Oh yeah, no, I touched the shell plate, do a quarter turn, and there I'm rocking and rolling from there.
Yeah.
But I do use, if I'm using Lee dies, I do use a Lee shell plate. If I'm using RCBS dies, oh my goodness, Daniel's here.
What's up, Mr. Daniel?
Hey,
Okay.
Daniel.
Hey, the Glock hater is here.
All right, I think maybe I got rid of the reverb there. Somebody said this was the group of McDonald's coffee drinkers. I'm right there with you, brother.
Mac Cafe, baby.
I think this is definitely Starbucks.
Oh,
Bubba mug.
Hey, yeah, my wife buys it because she's
H2O,
addicted.
baby. H2O. I have not tried the McDonald's coffee, but I heard it is a very fine coffee for the price.
Yeti.
There you go.
Maxwell House.
That's been around a long time.
I got some Folgers in the other room, but she likes to have the specialized coffee every now and then, and she's a good woman, works 50 hours a week, so she wants to have a coffee. I don't mind.
Oh, mine goes almost every day too. Starbucks
coffee.
I should have bought into stock when my wife found out about it.
No, what we should have done is all bought a franchise.
Exactly.
I could have. I was at Whidbey Island. That's just across just a ferry ride to Seattle when they first started and opened up.
Oh, wow.
You can ask this little woman in here. I don't drink coffee anymore. I drank plenty of it before. She's only seen me drink, 2 cups of coffee in 5 years?
Okay, we got a history lesson coming.
Oh, goodness.
10 Man Carl's Jr. is
Hardee's.
Hardee's here. And the reason it is because there was a Confederate general named Hardee's. Hardee's Corps was at Adairsville during the Great Locomotive Chase.
Yep.
2 exits north of me.
Right. And about a 20-minute ride from me. So, yeah, we live in a historic place. Vanessa, I will never, ever, never eat at another Jack in the Box. I'm just saying I had a bad experience at 10:30 at night in Orange, Texas, and I ain't going there no more. So.
Oh, come on. Jack in the Crack is great.
No. Me and Jamie both. I used to drive tractor trailers in the 90s, and I stopped in one in Missouri, and I was sick from Missouri all the way to California. I couldn't stop getting sick. It was horrible, and it was a horrible trip, and I will never – I sweared the entire trip I was swearing at them, cussing them, because I was like, I know it's that Jack in the Box, because it was the only thing I had eaten in like 8 hours, and it just made me want to die.
That's because you didn't order the tacos.
The Alpo tacos. If you look at the meat, it looks like Alpo dog food, but yum, yum. It's mighty good.
They are delicious.
I'm going to paint y'all a picture right quick, and Daniel will be able to comprehend. We're on a mission trip. We leave at 5 o'clock in the morning from our church, and we're driving and all the way to Texas. Okay, so we have stopped for lunch. We stopped for breakfast in Alabama at McDonald's. We stopped for lunch at what's that one that's on all the exits on the interstate? Man, I knew it before I started. This is when
Subway,
not Cracker Barrel.
Cracker Barrel.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, we got men and ladies on this trip. Daniel will tell you, church-going women love Cracker Barrel, okay? So it's 10:30. We're pulling into this church where we're supposed to. We've still not had supper yet at 10:30. We ride right by a Cracker Barrel to get to this Jack in the Box. Go in and get a supper in a bag. I got a chicken sandwich that tasted like fish. Somebody got a fish sandwich. It tasted like a hamburger. So, yeah, they're frying all of this mess all up in the same grease.
And
Yeah.
that's why
Salmonella.
that's why I just took teenagers on mission trips.
Yeah. We
You
were
would hit-
stopping every 30 to 45 minutes for one of them women to go to the bathroom. And unfortunately, at the point in time we stopped here at this place, we still had 70 miles to go. So we still had an hour and 20 minutes. We come rolling in there about midnight. Half of them sick at their stomach, and we got to be up at 4:30 to get ready to go to work the next morning. So, my day. Let's get back to coffee, okay?
Yeah.
I will buy occasionally I will buy a bag of Starbucks coffee because I like their coffee. By and large, I do not buy Starbucks because they are extremely
Yeah, but Echo.
organization. And
Somebody's got YouTube on and they've got a hot mic. The volume is turned up too loud, either on their speakers.
Let me mute mine to see.
Yeah, I'm just on StreamYard. I can't see the side chat at all.
Okay, Jamie, go ahead and talk again.
okay. By and large, what I buy is and Tin Man and I have had this conversation.
It's me.
Yeah.
I think so. I like I like the coffees from dang, I can't remember anything today. Man. A that starts with an A, German grocery store.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I know what you're talking.
Aldi's?
Aldi's.
Yes,
They have
yes.
some really good coffees. And my man Tin Man, 8 o'clock coffee, he buys the beans, he grinds them, throws them in the drip coffee maker. He's done. He likes it. It's really good coffee at a really good price. You can pay a lot of money and not get any better than those 8 o'clock coffee beans. And I agree with him wholeheartedly. But the deals they have at Aldi's, like I get this German specialty coffee, and it's like 30-ounce vacuum. It's a brick, really, and it's $5. So yeah, it's hard to beat that. And I really, really like the Black Rifle Coffee Company, but theirs is so blame expensive. I can't buy that all the time. And since Walmart started carrying the
Sounds dead.
your sound is dead, AR.
The echo went away.
Well, he muted himself, didn't he?
No, you're fine now, Echo. You can't hear us?
I can
I'm down
hear
in the
you.
water.
Yeah,
I'll
I
have to
can hear
reboot
you.
or
Can you
something.
hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you fine.
AR, we can hear you fine, man.
Yeah, we can hear you. You're good coming in now that you took the mute off.
Let me head out of here. I'll reboot it and get the headphones on, and I'll
He
rejoin
can't hear
you.
us, guys.
Can you hear me?
Okay.
Oh, okay. AR can't hear us. Okay.
Well, let's talk about him now.
Okay, I'll tell you right now, you guys want the best cup of coffee at Haven't Had, and Kyle knows and Daniel knows what Haven't Had means, is you go to your MRE and you take that little pack of coffee out and you boil it in your canteen cup. That will jumpstart your heart in a heartbeat. That stuff is...
It'll jumpstart your heart, but it's not the best cup of coffee.
Oh, it's a good cup of coffee.
Here's the thing, though, Willie. You have been starved from caffeine for days at that point. And
Oh, no, not at all. You put a little pinch between your cheeks.
Dude,
No
that's what I was
problem.
just gonna say. I used to put that stuff in like dip in my cheek and gum, and just let that caffeine go right in there, and that used to get me through on real cold nights playing paintball
Guard
back when I
duty.
used to play tournament paintball.
You're doing guard duty after you did a whole day of humping. Oh yeah,
Hmm.
All
good
right.
cup of Joe.
My
Last
parents
week-
like that 8 o'clock coffee as well.
Where's that coffee from? I'm sorry, this 8 o'clock coffee.
It's from America, man.
Oh,
No,
and
who sells it?
just
Everybody. Walmart, Kroger.
Oh, it's called 8 o'clock coffee.
Yeah, it's a red.
Oh, I've never heard of it. I never heard of it. So
and about
It's in a yellow wrapper.
Black Rifle Coffee, folks. I just wanted to put up a little information about them. I always support Second Amendment businesses. Well, then I tell you all, please research yourself this information. But it was found out that the owner of Black Rifle Coffee actually donated to Obama and a couple of anti-gun campaigns. And when he was asked about it, he played it off like it was a joke. But you make your own decision on that. You do the research. It's out there. It's easy for you to look at and find out what's going on.
Isn't Matt Best involved with
yeah, Matt Best, Sid Fifth Ranger. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think he's like number 2 there, or something like that.
Come on, Pollard. That was funny. Come on, dude.
Come on, man.
I'm sure we could grow coffee in America as good as anybody else if we did it in the right place and in the right way.
It would just have to be at an elevation like Colorado or something like that, but have basically we could grow coffee. We would just have to build some really big mountains in Florida. And then we'd have you know what I'm saying, like build some huge mountains in Florida, like Parton and Parton Place, and then we could have the jungle atmosphere with the bio like conditions, so that to grow it, because it's an altitude thing, and it's also it's very humid where they grow coffee beans. And it's a combination of that and altitude, which South America seems to have. And the same thing with poppy, the same thing with coffee, and about a half a dozen other specialties that are made in South America.
One thing's for sure, Florida's got plenty of humidity. Matter of fact, they have so much they pump it into Fort Benning.
No.
Oh yeah. We share all our humid area with you guys in South Georgia. I just wanted you to know, for the Fort Benning area, their state bird and ours should be a mosquito. Because literally, I've been to Fort Benning about a half a dozen times. My cousin Jeffrey went to basic there and then was later stationed there, and he basically we went up there a bunch of times to visit him and go on the base, and they've got tanks and stuff, and M60 tanks. Oh yeah, all
you never
around
saw
the
any when
outer
I was
side.
there.
You never saw all the armor?
I'm playing with you.
Oh, I was about to say, dude, there's freaking trucks everywhere and
You have
stuff.
to move out of the way, Willie.
I'm sitting there going,
Hey,
yeah.
Is there
But
anybody in this chat that
I'd
knows where
never
the
seen
Ranger
it.
school's at?
I never got
Hang
the
on.
chance to get up
Hang
against
on,
the
Echo.
tank. Oh, I'm sorry.
Daniel, what was that?
Does anybody know where the Ranger school is and the sniper school is?
Fort Benning, Georgia.
Yeah, a young friend of mine, he was a homeschooler. He signed up for the Army with just one thing: Ranger, period. No other guarantee. He's got his Ranger tab. He's now got his Sniper's tab. And
Cool. Does he have his 75th tab, or did you say Ranger on it?
He's a Ranger.
Okay, there's
Yeah.
two technically Rangers. There's Ranger Tab, and then there's the 75th Ranger. I count them both as 100% Rangers in my mind. But at Benning, if you're just Ranger qualified, you have the Ranger Tab. You're like the little brother in their mind. I thought, you did the same thing I did. You just didn't finish the last 6 weeks of it.
Right.
So.
Well, after he finished the Ranger school, they sent him to Georgia with his outfit. So. And then he got done.
For me, Daniel.
Yeah,
that was probably for his last 6 weeks to iron the dog, so they say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, thank him for me, Daniel. If you get a hold of him, thank me.
Hey, that was his dream, being a Ranger.
What a shitty dream it is, too.
It wasn't even a thought in my mind. I wanted to be a sniper, and they said, nope, you got to do this first. I'm like, okay, I'll jump out of planes. That's cool. And they're like, oh, wait a minute. Now you got to go to this special school over here, and you're going to live here for 4 years. Oh, okay, cool.
All right. Last week it was 9:30 before I went through the side chat and called everybody. I'm going to do that now if y'all will allow me. So we got Lakeview Outdoors. What's going on? My brother, Jason Stewart. Pony _47. Daniel God is my judge has been gracious enough to join us in the room. Reloader 762. Broke Loader. James Pollard. Andre D'Angelo. Uncle John, what's up, man? Andy 79Z28. And we're repeating. Thoughts of an Old Soldier. Miss Kitty. Tim S. K24, what's going on, man? The man of 10 is here. Welcome, 10, man. We got to have you on with us one of these Friday nights when you're off. So please let me know. We got Broke Loader out there. Thoughts of an Old Soldier. Andy again. Kyle Lusk is in the room. Chris 338. GGW Reloading, welcome. Happy Friday. Uncle John, GGW, 6-shooter Texan. What's going on, man? Lakeview again.
We have Duck U and Duck U Tool. And we have G23. Welcome.
Tacos and French fries. I'm hungry again now.
PC Bullet.
What a great handle, too.
Yeah. PC Bullet Empire's out there.
Signal Soldier 31. Paul Loud, welcome in. And I'm scrolling. James Stewart, welcome in. He got some Hornady stuff. Rollis Carbellis. Let's get AR back in here. Daniel will hopefully he'll be back. He wasn't feeling real great. We got the Emperor is here. PC Bullet Empire.
I have no sound. I just tested it for sound.
We can hear you fine.
You got it. Can you hear us?
He can hear us.
Can you hear me, Kyle?
Yep.
I mean, can you hear me, AR?
And we got Jerry 1911 as well.
We hope.
Hello, fellow gunners. AR, you might have to take them headphones off, buddy.
Hey, Jerry. Yeah, I think he had him off last time. That's why he had him up so he can hear us.
Yeah.
And that's why it echoed. Can you hear us now?
Yes.
Cool.
Good deal.
Okay.
Now, I have a question for one of the panel members. Echo, how are you liking the new Hornady manual?
Oh, I love it.
Break it down, brother.
Dude, they have gotten. I've read it. I flipped through. I shouldn't say I read it. I flipped through it from start to finish. The cover on it is very nice for guys that collect these things. They did a really super nice job in the way they did the cover. The load data is not lawyer load data. In other words, where you would look at Hornady's max pressure in their 10th edition, and you would be like, okay, for a 308 Winchester shooting a 165 grain ELD, they said max charge was like 44 grains, or it was something like 42 grains. Where you could go with max charge in like Sierra's book with the same type of bullet at a heavier weight and push 45 grains. You know, they don't start telling you to watch out in the extreme red until you're over 45 grains. And now you starting to see that Hornady realized they got enough complaints where people would load to their max charge rate and they would never find a plateau and they would never get full pressure for their cartridge because they under pressured it by so much. I think the number was like 11 or 12%. They dialed their loads down in the 10th edition, and they didn't do that in the 11th. If you look now, they are true. They still didn't do what I liked them and I recommended they do with giving you more upfront load data. Like say, like if I look in Sierra's manual, I look up a Sierra Match King tipped 168 grain 308 caliber bullet. It will give me a powder that they found to shoot the most consistent and the most accurate. They will even give me a hunting charge that's a little less accurate, but gave you more velocity. And basically they give you that right off the bat so you have somewhere to start. You could, okay, I don't have to try 12 powders. I can try these two and start at this load and go up or down and find my, sweet spot where I get my node, where I see my velocity. I see powder increase, but no increase in velocity. And if my velocity is fast enough, then I explore that range and find a good spot. But they didn't do it like that. In a few of the calibers, they list in the beginning when you're reading the pretext that this powder worked best for them, or out of these two powders worked best out of the ones we tried. But that's only on a few different cartridges. That's not on each and every one.
Well, another thing about Sierra is you can call them up, the bullet smiths, and they will have a file on you. You tell them who you are and everything, and they will start talking to you by name. And like say they know you're loading this bullet with this powder and all that stuff, and then you start having questions. They can fine tune, because it says straight up, this is not guaranteed. We're going off of the information that you gave us, and we're giving you our opinion. But they keep a better reloading record than what most of us do. And if you have problems or questions, how can I accomplish this or that? Well, are you using this bullet or this bullet? Because I know you own both of them. And they will walk you through it, and y'all can both figure out a solution. That's one thing I like about the bullet smiths.
Yeah, I was just going to ask you to put it up there, Jamie. That's crazy, Chris.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Martin.
What happened?
Paul says it seems fairly, the 10th seems pretty conservative.
I want that 11th edition.
Now, I'm wondering if they're going to come out with a new lead book, though. With powder coating, finally. I mean, they got to get their head out of the keister by now to start doing, showing some powder coat stuff. You'd think.
Yeah, you would think.
Chris, I'm curious on what you're saying. You got a stuck case in your chamber from an overpressure? I
didn't understand what he meant.
I don't understand what he meant. How can he get a stuck case? Usually that would be in an autoloader from one not being resized, correctly, and it going jammed in by the bolt and the force of a round firing before it and causing it to jam that way. I've seen that happen multiple times, but I've never seen one fire and not shrink back down after firing, unless the case ruptured.
That's true, Andy. Yeah, that's crazy though. 70,000. And Gene Pishner, I don't know where to get a good price for brand new 9mm brass. I have no idea. I always get range scrap. That's what I get for free.
Yeah. And for 9mm, I think that's fine.
Everglades has they sell it, new brass.
Baby girl, it's okay to get her.
Yeah. Everglades ammo.
Yeah, and I'm starting to see, ladies and gentlemen out there, bullets coming back on the shelves, powder coming back. I just haven't seen primers yet in large volume, but they're starting to come back, and they're starting to come back to more reasonable prices. They're still ridiculously overpriced. They're still almost 3 times what you should pay, but they've come down from being 5 times what you should pay to 3 times. So that's a good sign, showing that they are starting to reduce in pricing, and I'm starting to see loading components come back onto your shelves. So just keep an eye out. And now there are usually restrictions. You can only order a couple boxes, but that's keeping it so that everybody gets a couple of everything. So
the weird thing is, ammo's becoming more available. Alaskan Ballistics was down here in Georgia for the Iraq veteran 88 shoot, and he actually made a pit stop in Kennesaw for the Kennesaw National Battlefield Monument, and he posted a video today. I guess he got back home of his ammo from Georgia. I was like, yeah, you overpaid for that shit. I don't know how high it is up in Alaska, but damn.
Chris 338. So you blew a primer and it got stuck. Wow. My concern there would be seating depth of the bullet, and if you had a compressed load, maybe causing a spike in pressure, or
let me tell you what's going on. He got the data from the Sierra book. He's blaming Sierra's load data for giving him too hot of a charge.
Oh, okay. So what was Sierra recommending?
A warning about Sierra's data.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I would, and this is something I do. I don't know if you guys can see, probably can't. In the background, I've got probably 12 to 15 different reloading manuals. And anytime I look at a new load that I'm not familiar with, like 308, I happen to be very familiar with. If something tells me 60 grains of powder, I'm going to be like, that's not right, because I know for a fact that a 308 cartridge has a hard time digesting 45 grains of spherical powder.
Yeah, I was going to say 44.9.
Yeah. So basically, I knew that would be out. But if it's a new cartridge that I'm loading for and I have never loaded for it, I recommend you check 3 different manuals. 3 different manufacturers, not 3 different of the same manufacturer, but 3 different: Hornady, Lee, and Sierra, or any 3 choices, and I compare the data. And if you come up with something crazy, don't stop there. Call the companies. Say, hey, I've got 3 books telling me 3 different things, or 2 books telling me 2 different things, 1 book telling me this. This doesn't seem right. What seems, and always err on the side of caution, because we all know that a cartridge in a catastrophic failure is nothing any one of us wants to have. It can disfigure you, it can blind you, and it can kill you. So just be careful. If you have a question and you have absolutely no one else to ask, leave a note on any one of our channels asking us to check our load data. We'd much rather take a couple minutes out of our day and check a load book for you than have you blow yourself up accidentally.
Call Sierra.
Or yes, you can call Sierra, you can call Hodgkins or Hodgdon. You can call, most of these powder companies have numbers you can call that you can get a hold of somebody that'll help you figure out what you should be loading and what a overall length of the cartridge with a certain bullet. They'll give you a couple to start at, so that you don't give yourself a compressed load. Certain powders like Varget slightly like a compressed load. They want to feel, it likes it when it hears a tiny crunch. But other powders, you give it a tiny crunch and you got a pipe bomb. So you got to be very careful on what you're doing and know your powder very well, because if you don't, always err on that extreme safety side, because you just don't want it to. My thing is this: I'm pretty messed up as it is. I don't want to lose my only eye, and I don't want to make my face any uglier. And also, the most important thing, I don't want to blow up a rifle or a pistol that has sentimental value to me just because I did something stupid that I could have prevented just by doing a little bit more work.
Okay.
I'd like to see those numbers, see what Sierra book says.
I got one for you. 357 Magnum, 125 grain bullet, 22 grains of H110, and it is in almost every book I've looked at. It's in the lead book, it's in the Hornady book 10, it's on Hodgson's website, and it's in the Lyman book. I ain't doing that.
Wait, hold on. How much? 22 grains of H110?
Wow. And 357 Magnum with 25 grain bullet.
That's crazy, because I'm loading 357 Remington Maximum, and I'm only loading 18 grains of H110 in a 158 grain bullet.
We've all looked it up, Echo. It's in the books. It's nuts.
They probably have an update on their site about that, I would think. What do they call it?
I understand, Tin Man ain't doing it. I like my hands, I like my eyes, and I like my pistols more, man. But you're right, that is a light bullet for the caliber, and I like to keep my bullet weight around what the firearm was designed around.
Yep.
So for 38 and 357, that's
158 or above.
150 to say like 170 tops. So we got Cranky. What's going on, man?
Wow, we have a Cranky sighting. How you doing, Cranky?
Hey, Cranky Cletus, what's going on, brother?
Been a while, my friend.
Redneck Lives Matter. I like that.
Did he say he just made Bell? Oh, just eyeball everything.
Yeah.
He's just like...
If you're using black powder and... what's the one with the little donuts? Trail Boss? That'll work for you, man. Go for it.
Just don't crush the donuts.
Yeah, it changes that powder from a mild to a wild if you crush those donuts.
I agree with Bald. I just got more sense than that.
Actually, eyeballing it does work for Trail Boss.
It does.
I mean, it doesn't matter if you're loading a 380 or a 30-06. Measure your bullet depth, load it up to the bottom of the bullet within a little bit, and don't crush it, and it'll shoot.
Yeah.
I'm just sorry that Chris went through that with his 338.
Yeah,
Not a
that's
cheap
I
gun.
wanna know what I wanna see what what bullet he was shooting and what char. I'm serious, Chris. If you've got the page number and what manual is
Oh,
it?
hell,
Is
I'll
it the
grab it. It's the
new?
Sierra.
I know, but
the
there's
Sierra.
two of them. There's the one with the black cover with the bullet on it, and then there's the new one that just came out about 6 or 7 months ago, maybe a year ago. I don't know, but I've got both of them. I'm wondering what one he's talking about. What I know, it's a 338 Lapua round, but I don't know what grain bullet.
Well, right here's an example. Reloader 762 says my old Spear number 10 lists 21.6 grains of H110 with 125 grain bullet and 357 Magnum. See, that's what I'm talking about. In the data I found, it's lists a minimum charge of 21, maximum charge of 22, and that's just. That sounded crazy to me, so I tried it to see if 22 grains of H110 will fit in a case, and it does.
And it's scary, though.
I mean, all I could think of is a damn fireball going out 6 inches out at the end of the barrel and making a plume of fire. I couldn't.
Yeah, as long as the cylinder doesn't go this way and that way.
No, Cranky. That is not suggested practices. We do not condone that.
Sergeant Devil Dog's going to be loading 9mm 6.5 Creedmoor 223 and 6.5 Grendel, and eventually 450 Bushmaster.
Sounds like a good thing.
You're going to be a busy boy.
Yeah.
I want to do the Grendel.
Yeah, I'm going to be building a Grendel real soon.
I have a barrel coming.
I want to get a 20-inch barrel, an 18 or a 20-inch barrel. I'm not sure if I want to get the Grendel version 2 or the Grendel version 1. I know you can run a version 1 barrel with a version 2 bolt, but there's some differences on the actual bolt, on how thick the rim is, where they countersink it. On the Type 1, it's countersunk, I believe, further back into the bolt, which caused stress cracking around the outer edge of the bolt face, the rim of it. And then the version 2, I believe, was a shorter. It was shallower, so that there wasn't as much lip, and the lip wasn't so thin that it caused cracking in it. But I could have it backwards.
Version 1's gone, isn't it?
What are we talking about? 6.5 Grendel?
Yes.
Yeah, version 1, I think they did away with it.
Jason,
No, you can still get barrels and bolts for either one.
Jason Stewart has an important question for you guys. Maybe y'all can help me. Is there any way to find out what powder and load data is used in production ammo factory stuff? You can dissect it. You can try to identify the powder and work off of that. But a lot of these companies that are making factory ammo are using proprietary powders that you can't buy it.
Yeah, I don't play around with that kind of
What-
materials.
Tons and tons of it.
What you can do, and it's very expensive, but you can do this. You can take the powder from a cartridge by taking it apart and send it to a company that has a mass spectrometer, and they can actually separate each chemical and measure its level in air. And then you would have to give them like 10 samples of other powders, and they can do the same tests. But you're talking almost $200 per time they run that machine, and they got to run it like probably 10 times, maybe 20 times by verification, and then they could match it up if it to the closest one that matches, because like Jamie says, most of these companies that sell ammunition that they manufacture, they don't buy ammo from IMR or from Winchester or from Hodgdon. They get a powder that's specifically designed for the bullet they are shooting, and so that it's a more specific bullet to do a specific job. Like their hollow points, that is got an anti-flash type chemical put in it, so that you don't get a big splash and it damages your night vision. All these things are figured in from all the way from their plinking ammo all the way to their top grade hunting ammunition.
I was wanting to do this before he got off of here. Tim, man, I can. My 357 Magnum's running the 1500 foot, and that's where I try to cut that off. But yeah, 140 grain bullet going 1300 feet per second. That's good. So let me back up here for a minute. Hey, Lever Guns 50. Thanks for coming in. We got Mike Hester, Bald and Curious, has joined us. Okay, I'll check it out, Chris. 22.8 grains of H110, 110. Okay, that's that's rifle ammo. You can do that with rifle ammo, and you also got a 110 grain bullet. I don't recommend 110 grain bullets in a revolver. I just don't. All right, 6-shooter Texans talking my language, 270.
Classic cartridge.
Yes, it is, and that I think you're going to like that Shooter's World Precision. I've been unable to get my hands on any Sierra Game Changers, but I want some of those for 6.5 Creedmoor as well as 270. Yeah, see, that's what I'm talking about. Daniel says my 300 Blackout only takes 17 grains of H110 with a 125 grain bullet. So yeah, and I think somewhere between 13.5 and 15.5 is what I typically use. So I didn't go back far enough. Hold on a minute, guys. There's something we need to talk about right here for a second. Here we go. So old soldier had to leave us, but he left us with a cool thought. Pause and remember those who gave their last full measure this Memorial Day.
Yep.
Memorial Day is a time for us we get a day off. We have a 3-day weekend. But it's for us to reflect on the people who gave that last full measure of devotion for our country and for our freedom.
And I can give you names of people who have died for our freedom.
So as I sit here and reflect, I wrote in the description of this video, Happy Memorial Day weekend. And as I'm thinking and I'm sitting here reflecting, that is something that we should never say to somebody. We should never say Happy Memorial Day. because it's not a holiday
Yeah.
where for it's not a happy occasion. We turn it into a happy occasion because we're off of work. We're all going to get outside and grill meat and all that kind of stuff, and we're going to make it into a good day. But that's because of the people who gave their lives for our freedom. That's what they expect us to do. So
I know that as a son of a vet that served in Vietnam, and my uncles on both sides of the family that served in Vietnam, that Memorial Day is a day that I believe that the men and women that died for this country wouldn't want us to be depressed. They would want us to celebrate the fact that they gave the most precious thing to them in their world to make sure that all of us can live like we want to. And I celebrate the fact that they gave their life. That's the most blessed thing any person could give another person, is their life, to save theirs, to keep them from having to be on that battlefield, to suffer from the hands of tyranny. I think that's just the ultimate gift to our country. And I have a different look. I just look at things differently, I guess, Jamie. Not that either of us are right or wrong, but I'm just saying I look at it as they gave us something that is absolutely amazing, that someone could do that. Could just, knowing that a lot of these guys had women, had children, had wives, had husbands, had sons and daughters, and to make that ultimate sacrifice without even thinking for their other soldier next to them in that foxhole
We
is
have veterans
something
on
that,
here.
yeah, that
Thank
brings
them.
tears to my eyes. You know what I'm saying? That they would have that resolve and that much character to do that for each and every one of us. It's important.
It is a sacrifice, Signal Soldier.
It is.
How many veterans do we have on here now? Besides Willie. I know you, Willie. Who else in the side chat?
Kyle, Jerry,
Kyle,
1911.
Yeah, Kyle. Jerry.
Devil Dog, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Appreciate your service.
I think
There's a lot of us out there.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
patriotic people need to make it
It's just not a day off. Let's put it that way. That's what I get sick of seeing. Oh, I get the day off. Do you know why you got the day off? No, you don't care that you got this. Why you're getting this day off? You're just getting a day off and paid.
Parents aren't not teaching the generation the holidays right.
Either at school
or school.
Mm-hmm.
Kitty is Air Force, absolutely.
Sorry, I forgot about Kitty.
Yeah, United States Air Force, just like my father and my uncle.
Another thing we say is thank you for your service. Well, that's we need to do that on Veterans Day.
Exactly. This weekend isn't to thank someone for being in the service. It's for the sacrifices what our fellow soldiers made to keep this country great the way it is, free. And they did it at a drop of a hat, a blink of an eye.
Daniel's U.S.
Navy.
Retired. Mario Mosen.
Big E.
Big E. Yes, that counts to me, Bald.
It certainly does, Bald.
You served your country.
I talk to my grandkids over the years and tell them stuff about the holidays. because they're all wrapped up into that stuff too. Happy Memorial Day.
Absolutely. That's right, Rebel.
But to answer, I was talking with Chris 338. The old Sierra and the new Sierra is a full 10 grains of powder difference.
The latest Sierra book.
The latest Sierra is 10 grains lighter charge.
Wow.
Then in the 338,
yep,
10 grains is enough to blow a gun up.
Damn straight.
Good Lord. What
the
in the hell?
H1000?
Oh yeah, that's way too much. 10 grains. That's not even that's huge amount. That I mean,
I'm glad his gun didn't get hurt and his gun didn't blow up.
If any day, Chris, if any damage came to you or the firearm from that, I suggest you get in touch with an attorney, because if that most 338 Lapuas are not cheap rifles, and even if you buy a Savage, you're still looking at a $1,400 rifle, and you want to make sure that you have no issues. Have a gunsmith, if you're not comfortable looking at it, have him look over it and make sure that you don't have any problems. Maybe magnetical particle inspect the chamber of the weapon that way, and the bolt locking lugs on the bolt and on the actual lugs on the barrel, to make sure you don't have any cracks in that, just to make sure, and if you do, then you go ahead and get a good attorney and file a claim against Sierra, and I'm sure they'll just make you sign a non-disclosure form and give you a check for a brand new rifle and take yours.
When in doubt, call the manufacturer. Call Sierra. Call Hornady.
You can call me a pussy, but I don't go near max charge. I just don't do it.
I do.
I don't play with max charge.
I found that most rifles shoot most accurately within 2/3 of the max. Like say your max charge 45. I found that 43 to 44 is right where I find accuracy in the 308 using Varget powder. I found that a lot of people, looking for the most velocity they can get with the tightest group, if you go all the way to the max, usually it opens up. And if you go a little bit down from there, usually you'll find that sweet spot you go plus or minus.
I just don't play with it. There's no need. I don't need this ragged hole anymore, And
most of the time, the books are conservative on their.
I'm sure they are. I'm sure they are. And I got quick loads and everything else. But I've already had one go pop, and I'm not going to go there again. I just don't play with max charges.
I'm gonna make a plus P plus 9mm.
Oh yeah, on a 9, okay, sure, but I'm talking 338, 30-06. Some rifles. I'm not. Call me a sissy. It's just I'm not deer hunting. I'm not bear hunting. I don't need to be near max. Sorry, Mike.
I've been there. 6-shooter Texan. I know the pain. I know the pain. There's a lot of research going on when we do stuff like that.
270 is not in any of the old books?
Not with what he's doing. Not with the powder he's using and the bullet he's using.
Oh, okay.
What is he using? A lead bullet?
No. What are you using? Oh yeah.
I got PDFs in 44 edition, 48, 46 or 7. I can't remember now.
I tell you what, our buddy PC Bullet Empire got real lucky pushing that zinc bullet that hot. Woohoo, Mr. Tim. You're riding that ragged edge.
Yeah.
What was
so,
he trying to do with a 270, Jamie?
I'll have to back up and see. There's still not a lot of data, Emperor,
No, there's not.
for 350 Legend.
That cartridge has its own issues with crimping a bullet because it's an auto loader from if you're using it out of an AR-15 platform, because it does not have a rim like a straight walled pistol cartridge would have.
It's not rimmed and doesn't have a shoulder, so it's basically you gotta crimp it like it's an auto loading pistol round.
Yes, you do.
Yeah.
In the
And
Hornady,
hope that you don't over crimp it, because if you do, then it will go too deep and it will actually jam the free bore with the very end of the case, causing a massive spike in pressure and possibly popping it.
well, that's why we cut our cases back, so we're not going near that free bore.
Okay, what bullet weight 6-shooter? He's gonna be using Shooter's World Precision. Shooter's World Precision is, and I think that's gonna be a good load when you get it worked up. So yeah, I think that's gonna be cool. Yeah, it kind of is, ain't it?
That's true. Now I'm waiting for Mr. Jamie to shoot those big fat heavies I sent him for the Legend.
Let me show y'all something.
Yeah, but if you look at the 30 carbine, the brass for the 30 carbine is a hell of a lot thicker at the actual mouth of the case than a 350 Legend, which creates some of the problem in itself.
They're powder coated in size 3.56. Willie, all I gotta do is poke them in a case.
Yeah, I got to send PC some of those and Julio some of those. H110, baby.
Wow, Ozark, I gotta order that book, man.
Oh,
does it really?
Which book?
Yes,
The new
it does. Yes, it does.
Oh, okay.
Do you want me to dig it out and give you guys a rundown what it's listing for powders?
You have 11 Echo?
Yeah.
Not right now.
Yeah, not right now.
I
If
would
you want to
love for you to-
screenshot it, though,
I would love for you to text me a picture of that page.
that's exactly what I was trying to say.
So yeah, that 200 grain bullet worked really well, PC, and I got some more. I'm gonna, yeah, we're all gonna, me, Willie, Emperor, Ocean, we're all fixing to be buying that book.
Oh yeah. Now that I know that's
I'm
there.
gonna get it.
It did, Paul. We had a live stream about that, and we decided what we were going to do. But
Yeah. And it was the smartest thing we did. We picked a length, and it's a Sammy length, and we're sticking to it. We're not going long like everyone else, and like the factory's doing. It's amazing what the factory's doing.
yeah, the factory. Oh, this is that bullet. This is the one I was talking about. I was fixing to get up and go look for them, and I got one sitting here that I pulled. This bullet right here, I can't remember. I know it's a Lyman, but this bullet right here, the 358 barrel I had.
Oh yeah, yeah, it shot good out of mine too.
Man, it was one hole at 50 yards. One hole, and I can't see that good. And this is like 195 grain, but that round nose bullet, Andy sent me some of these. Charlie Brass Stuffer sent me some of these. So Andy, if you know what, you know exactly, and I've got it marked over there. I can find it out, but we're gonna. I need that. I need to order me that Hornady 11 book, and I need to order that mold. That is a.
Yeah, that was a damn good shoe. I still have a bunch Andy sent me in zinc and in lead, and even zinc flew great. You know, I still got my barrel, and I'm thinking I want to get it fixed, but I'm just gonna stick with the 355 diameter for now.
Yep.
K&K makes a 358 barrel, which I was tempted to order, but I'll just stick with the 355. Yeah,
40-something
PC,
people
I'm gonna send you those 270 grainers, Tim.
Marvin, thanks, bud. I can't see what bullet we're talking about though. Yeah.
Yeah, 358 430. Yeah, that is a damn good bullet, Andy. Don't have that one yet, but maybe one day I'll have that mold.
I am so behind. Broke loader. If we get one, we're all going to have to get together and do it. We are the ones that are doing cast. We're the only ones that's going to be able to do it. And I want to see some stuff with those straight wall bullets. Those
Slick sides.
sided.
I want to see them bring in zinc too. Everyone might be cringing, but it works, you know. And there's manufacturers doing it, so hopefully one day they will put it in a book.
That arcing scope is heavy, ain't it, Big
Probably
Al?
will when it becomes real common.
Thanks, Big Al.
That scope weighs as much as my new to me 686. It's over 2 pounds worth of scope. 300 Win Mag, 180 grain over yields me 2812. H1000 is a different animal. H1000, yeah, that's.
I never played with that powder.
I have some. I've not used it. I have seen data, but I didn't pay it a whole lot of attention.
Yeah, I gotta save my pennies for that scope, Al. But right now, my pennies are going elsewhere.
Yeah, we've had some. I really don't think. I don't think Winchester had all their ducks in a row when they let that cartridge out. So yeah, stay away from that. Don't do what Tim did. No, that's a little too hot. That 200 grain Lee cast bullet's a good bullet.
Oh yeah,
It's my favorite out of 35 Remington for sure.
I loved it out of the Legend.
Yes, that's it. Thanks, Andy. He's told me over and over, and he put it in there 3 times so he'd make sure I'd get it.
Yeah, that's a hell of a mold.
That is a great bullet for 350 Legend. And I shot it in something else, didn't I?
I shot it on my 357 Magnum. Shot great.
That's right. It is a heavy, Big Al.
Did I mention the die last week? The show.
Which die you get, bud?
I have a Redding 9mm steel die set. During the week, I found out I could not set a bullet, 115 grain XTP with it.
It wouldn't seed it?
No, it's Redding. I called Redding and they talked with engineers. They said this is too short, and they're going to send me another one.
I'll be damned.
Yep. And I said, well, I'm surprised you all do that. You know, what's the bullet profile? I said, yeah, I understand that, but at least it's on the way. They're correcting it.
Damn,
Yeah.
Tim, they deleted your video? That's crazy.
But you will not see the 115 grain XTP Hornady with a steel die set from Reading.
That's
profile.
crazy.
Yeah.
115 grain hollow point
Right.
is a popular hollow point.
Yeah. What it is, they don't want, I guess, I'm not going to say anything bad about them. They don't want to put the cost in there. That's what I suspect. So they just, when people call and complain, they'll just ship them the centerpiece, you know. That's the way it is. So I've been kind of down on that. I have to wait.
In zinc, it's 130 grains, and I have some of those in zinc that he sent me. And
Me too.
I'm going to do it.
I shot a lot of them. Out of both. Well, I can't say I shot a lot out of the first one. I only got 18 rounds out of it, but it did shoot good. Now, this new barrel I got, it's shooting mighty fine.
Do you powder coat the zinc?
No, there's no need to powder coat zinc. That's one thing nice about it.
All you got to do is cast it, size it, load it,
And shoot it. Yes, sir.
Oh.
Good stuff. Mr. Pollard played around with it, and surprisingly, his bullets dropped the right diameter. I believe he said on his video 309, all of them. So I was shocked. I figured he was going to have to size them no matter what, but.
Well, I got a question for y'all. Andy, you two, maybe especially you. And I know you're not a hunter, but wonder what, and I know it's not going to expand, wonder what it'd do to a deer.
I think it's just going to punch a hole through it and shatter bones and go right through the other side. See, I want to drop a hog in the head or through the shoulders with the zinc bullet.
Yeah, that would be cool. That's a good bullet for it.
Oh, yeah, it's going to punch a hole right through their skull, no problem.
That zinc's lighter weight, right?
Yes, sir.
Correct?
Yeah, a lot lighter. Like, I think 1/3 lighter. It only weighs 2/3 as much as lead.
Okay.
It's some good stuff, though. I got to work up rifle data. I got to do a good load with rifle to get it figured in, but pistol all day long, no problems. Love shooting them. Thanks, David.
Yeah, brother, not a problem. That's the only information in the 11.
Ozark sent me some, but I couldn't make out the bullet and the weight of the bullet.
It's a 165 or a 170. And if you can't read,
Accurate number 9, Vitavori N110, H110, Alliant 2400, Enforcer, Little Gun, looks like, and Win 296 and Power Pro 300 MP. Never heard of that one.
All right, how do y'all like the way Hornady's book is set up with the velocities in columns and showing you how much to put in there if you want to get to that velocity?
Show it to us. You got a picture? I mean, a book.
Well, that one, Jamie?
I have to see it closer. Is it like the old book?
There you go. See how it's got the velocities at the top and then the charge weight below it?
Oops, sorry. What the hell? Oh, my phone turned off. Sorry.
Kind of hard to tell on the phone from what I see.
Yeah, I can send you this picture.
Yeah, send it to me.
Elliot, yeah.
Yeah. Thanks.
Fred, where in the world have you been, man?
Wow, I have Tred's
like
here.
the old.
What's going on?
It is on its way, my friend.
Okay. Let me get Willie off of there.
Thank you. No one wants to see my ugly ass.
42, 27, and 350 legends. What about 1680, Emperor? What do y'all think about 1680?
I'm going to give it a shot. I know CW Longshot has tried it, but out of a bolt gun, not out of a gas gun. So we're going to have to work up to get it to cycle.
Yeah, 1680 without a pistol link gas system, you are going to have issues. I can already tell you, because I've messed around enough with 300 blackout with both a pistol link gas system and a customer's gun when they first came out, and that powder became subsonic popular. Unless you were running a can on a carbine length gun with 1680, it wouldn't cycle the bolt. H110 would, but you were pushing 1150, 1200 feet per second when you got it to cycle. 1680 cycled okay on a pistol link gas system, but forget about it getting it to work in an AR on a carbine length gas system or a mid length gas system.
I can't even remember which one mine is now, whichever standard. Probably
I got my carbine length 300 blackout cycling beautifully, but it's not subsonic with 1680.
Right, but that's supersonic loads.
Yeah, I do everything. I do everything supersonic. You know,
yeah.
I can't have a can. So what's the purpose of a subsonic round besides saving a little powder?
Yeah, they're quiet. When you shoot them, they're quiet all the way around. The report from the cartridge going off is quieter. If you had to use it inside your house, it would be quieter than a 5.56 going off. You know,
sure. I'm killing paper though. I mean,
yeah. I mean, if you wanted to cast your own bullets, you could cast, you know, either your 125 grain or your 200 grain and be, you know, either way, just shoot subsonic or
250 grains.
Or you can do that too. I make 195 subsonic with 1680, but just have to, you know, I'm getting 1040, 1030 out of them, and with a pistol link gas system.
Sure.
Fuzz fork. In the world of primer shortages, we talk of reloading.
That's true. I've been wanting to save my money for a black powder. I just got other things to do.
All right, that 105 grain, that seems a little light to me, K24, but I bet it's cooking. Yeah, and Emperor, I'm right there with you, buddy. I got to try the 1680. I just got to. And I have I can turn it into a bolt gun. And if you're going to do CFE black, you can try the Shooter's World blackout.
I just got to know. I got to know what it'll do.
I got to know if anybody out there comes across a Thompson Center Contender. Stainless steel. I don't care what barrel's on it. I need one.
A what?
A Thompson Center Contender in stainless steel, any caliber. I just need the actual frame of the gun. I'm going to be doing test loads for different calibers, and I found that the Thompson Center Contender will let you spend $200 on a barrel and be able to switch out calibers, and that's cheaper than building an upper receiver for an AR-15. Plus, it gives me cartridges that the AR-15 won't handle, like 45-70 and stuff like that. So I'm looking for one of those. So if anybody finds one in good to new shape, and you know, just look it over. If it's in good shape, doesn't matter the caliber. Give me an email. I'll call up the FFL and I'll have it transferred. I'll buy it as long as you guys take a look at it and make sure it's a good shape and help me find one.
You can buy just the actions on
Gunbroker.
E. Arthur Brown.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah, I've been there.
I didn't think they had any in stock was the only problem. They said that they had only gotten 4 contenders this year alone.
I wouldn't do a contender. I would get the heavier one.
Well, the Encore. That's what the Encore. That's what I want.
The Encore or the Pro Hunter, and I was talking. They're talking about $400. Then for $95 more, I do an action job for it. But I've been getting their emails and I've not checked availability, but the emails make it look like they got them in stock.
Oh, wow. I'm going to get with you after the show and get their information, Jamie.
Well, I can probably put a link to it here in a minute. Let me catch up with everybody over here.
Yeah.
It's almost 9:30. You want to go over to side chat, Jamie?
I can do that. Let me catch these up.
Good call, AR.
Yeah, let me.
It's been a while.
Yeah, I love the 300 Blackout, Mr. Hester. I just love that caliber to death. So much fun.
All right, I'm all the way back to 9 o'clock. We got Jerry 1911, Ozark Spirit, Tim S., United States Marine Corps, Duck U, Golden Curious, Daniel God is my judge, Fuzz T48, Mike Hester, Paul Loud, Signal Soldier 31, Papa's Place. Hope you're still here, Papa Les. Kyle's in the room.
He's asleep tonight.
Mike Hester. Daniel God is my judge. Papa's Place again. 6-shooter Texan. Cranky Cletus. The Emperor PC Bullet Empire. G. Pishner. Paul Loud. 30-06 you have regular, and then you have Grand Data. Maybe we should talk about that. My theory is the Grand Data is lighter, so y'all have to correct me on that. We got G. Pishner, Big Al, Andy 79Z28, Daniel God is my judge, Mr. Pollard, Big Al. What's going on, man? You have a good time tomorrow, but be careful.
I'll help you sometime, Jamie, with doing this if you want me to.
Well, am I struggling that bad?
No, you're doing good.
Reloader 762, Mike Hester again, Ozark again, the Emperor again, Broke Loader. What's going on, man? We got to work on that data book. So there's Duck U again, Mr. Pollard again, Andy 79Z28. Big Al, Tim S. again. So, yeah, I think I'm just repeating.
I was meaning you're the host.
Mario Mosin is here in the house. Battle Bean. 4.
Tread. We gotta welcome Tread in. We ain't seen him in a few weeks. And Emperor, I agree. 4227 is great, and 300 Blackout and 350 Legend. G. Pishner.
Tread, isn't that the fella from the Reloading podcast that has the Dylan Super 1050?
No.
It's not? Okay. I thought maybe it was. My bad, sir.
He's not on the Reloading podcast, but he might have a 1050. He's got 2 or 3 Dylans, I think.
Yeah, I know he got 550s, but
there's Stewart County Ballistics. Welcome in, buddy. I meant to send you a link, but you have open invitation. Fuzz T4K, Jamie ain't no Chico. Okay. Hey, Mario. Idaho Rogers USMC. And Uncle John. I didn't say him this time around. Lakeview Outdoors.
LVO.
Lakeview Outdoors, yeah. Yeah, good to see you out there, Anthony. Good to see you, buddy. And
I was meaning I would help you, Jamie.
Big Al. Tread has 2 550s.
Yeah, that's what he said. Sorry, Tread. I think I have you mistaken with another fella, but no worries. Glad to have you here in the side chat. And 550s do some very good precision rifle ammunition, as I'm sure you're very well aware of.
And just to answer Tim, the Emperor's question, no, I'm not asleep. I actually left work early with back problems and went to the chiropractor.
That was me.
And I'm just stumbling around my house.
Hey, Kyle, I can drive up and do some needle point on your back for you. Some of that, what do they call that?
Acupuncture.
Acupuncture. Yeah, thank you very much there. Do a little acupuncture there. I've got all kinds of syringes that are clean, and I could just poke you all over.
If you can't remember what the hell it's called, why am I going to let you anywhere near me?
Because you have pressure. You have pressure points. It's not rocket science, man. It's just it's nerve endings.
Right.
If you can stimulate a nerve
I don't want
ending,
somebody that can't remember the name of acupuncture anywhere near my nerve ending.
Hey, listen, don't worry about it. Just because I may forget the rotation order of head bolts doesn't mean that head is not gonna seal correctly.
You have to know those pressure points too.
If it ain't going nowhere.
Exactly.
I got kind of scared. All of a sudden, I heard Echo saying he wants to get behind Kyle, and all of a sudden, I'm starting hearing stuff about heads. Oh, thank you. Whoa.
Hey, easy, killer. This is a family entertainment.
Hey, you guys were bringing it up. I was just like, man.
Hey, listen, this is a medical type of thing. This is a medical
thing. Stay away from me. Stay away.
But Big Al went there.
It's where you stick a needle in a certain muscle, a muscle on every part of your body.
In the words of Harry Seegers,
not that muscle.
Gotta go.
Mario said he's got a ball bat. Then Big Al comes out with this one, and not Big Al. I'm sorry, but the only thing I can think to say to that is, how do you know?
You created that, Echo.
Hey, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it, Big Al. He's a contributor over there at footfetish.com where I do all my handiwork.
Oh, goodness.
It'll be fine, K24. Yes, can we please talk about reloading? I got a dummy round. I showed this a while ago. Check this out.
Blow yourself up a little bit there, Jamie, so my blind self can see what you're pointing.
Oh, Big Al. Oh, hell.
So you can't remember acupuncture, and now you're blind, and you want to take needles to my spine? No,
hey, I don't get anywhere near the spine. It's in nerve ending zones where direct pressure can cause your nerve endings through piercing them with needles to actually go down in swelling.
That's what you've been told. You've probably been stabbing a pillow.
That's right.
No, I've been stabbing myself with needles for diabetes since 1979. I'm a pro at it, bro. Don't kid yourself.
Yeah,
I'll even do your blood work for you right there, all in one shebang, and you won't even have to leave your couch.
I used to do a needle in each arm for every 2 weeks for allergies myself. Oh.
Yeah, I'm not like you though. I need a shower now. So this is 367 Magnum.
Yeah, cool.
And this is, I was hoping he was going to join us tonight. CW Longshot sent me these bullets. You ready? It's a hollow point.
It's an ashtray.
That's a good round.
It's an
Yeah.
ashtray.
Now, what weight is that, Jamie?
Wow. Do what now?
What weight is that bullet?
150.9.
Okay. And is that powder coated like a red color?
It is.
Okay.
And it's the nickel plated brass.
Oh, that looks sweet.
35 Remington in stock, Jamie. Somebody saying, yeah. You said
Bullets.
Hey,
Pat,
Pat.
just bullets or loaded ammo?
It better be loaded ammo, and it better be more than 20 damn rounds, $50 damn.
Yeah, that's what I've been saying. Hey,
Uh,
look, that's when you know you're a reloader is when you get a price like that on ammunition and you're like, oh, the God, what are they giving away with that? Like concert tickets or something, or movie tickets at least? You're like, gosh, what do they got? Gold in that powder
Yeah.
in there?
What time does Bon Jovi come on? I mean,
I mean,
good one, Mario. I like, yeah. Oh.
Mario, I'm sorry. I was here when you came in. I just wasn't live and in action, but hey.
okay, bullets. Okay.
Oh boy. This is
They're
fun
just
night.
the bullets.
Wait. 100 projectiles for $50?
Yeah.
Wow.
Here's a big flying bag of kiss my ass. I'm sorry. It's a family show. I do believe that is an overpriced bag, sir. Pulled bullets? What?
And people
Jeez.
are gonna buy it. That's the problem. People are gonna buy it.
There
Does
you
it
go.
really say pulled bullets?
Wow. Oh, they're crazy.
Here's a giant net.
Yeah.
you
only-
can get
20
you can
rounds
get
for 28
pulled
bucks.
you can get pulled teeth too on eBay.
Jeez. Yeah, it's too much money.
Okay, my problem is they're looking pretty ragged. You can see the top of them, but I bet a lot of folks can't even get them, man. So I mean,
That's what I'm saying. People are gonna buy them.
People
Jamie, do those look like 35 to you?
No.
No, they're not.
They look like 308.
I was just going to say, I would not
7
load
millimeter.
those 35 and load them into a tubular magazine. I would
That
not.
may be a scam site. When they can't even get a picture
that's
right.
not a scam site. That's a
Wow. That's not the bullet though. It would have a soft point, right?
That's
Well,
crazy.
it
$1
can have
a
a soft,
bullet?
it can have a soft point and
That's
be
not
like that. I've got
No.
308 Winchester jacketed with a soft point that's lead. That's shaped just like that.
I've got
It's
200
just
grain here in a box, two of them, 40 rounds, and it looks nowhere near like that. 35.
well, yeah, because what you've got is a lever action gun made to be fed in a tubular magazine. These are made to be loaded into an internal spring-fed magazine
Gotcha.
or a removable external magazine.
Yeah, let's see.
Because these will cause, if these hit against a primer, they probably wouldn't cause it to go off, but I wouldn't want to risk that inside. That would cause a huge ruining of a lever gun.
Yeah, there is.
That's where my head was at the lever gun. Yeah, I see. Still a lot of money.
Pulled pork is cheaper.
Yeah.
Speaking of pulled pork, I'm going to the butcher shop tomorrow, grabbing my buddy over there, Mike, is cutting me up a whole sirloin loin. I still got to decide what I'm going to grill, and he's getting me a boneless pork tenderloin. I don't know how many pounds that thing is going to weigh, but I got to bring it home, cut it up, and vacuum package it, and all that, because I was informed after I made the order that Angel wants steaks. So that's what we're going to have, steaks.
Let's talk
Get-
about this question right here for a minute.
Get one.
Inline fab mounts are fabulous. I got one right here. I got the flush mount. You also have the Lee that you can use that does pretty much the same thing, but it's 2 screws with inline versus 4 screws with Lee to swap out your press. Okay, Jason, if you only have one press and you're only planning on using the one press from now on, you don't need any of that stuff. Bolt that sucker straight to the bench. Use it. Be glad you got it. No big deal. But if you have multiple presses, like if you have your single stage there, you also have, like me and Echo both have a Lee classic cast 4-hole turret press that we really like. And I've got this T7 that I really like. And I've got a RCBS that I'm fixing to rejuvenate thanks to Willie. And so if you're going to be swapping out presses, inline fab is expensive, but it is so nice. It's powder coated. Man, it's like, yeah.
I'll give you a good tech tip on that. It also stops flex.
Yes, that's what I was. Thank you, AR. I was
Yeah.
just going to say that if your surface is less than perfect for mounting a press, I can't tell you how many reloading videos I watch on YouTube where I see them struggling to get concentric loads. And when they're going up to seat a bullet, their press is moving like it's shaking.
Mm-hmm.
And basically it's absolutely horrible. But when you use an inline fab plate from Dan over there,
Stops
he
flex.
he builds a quality product. It's a 1/4 inch mild steel. So you bolt that down to what they call a spacer plate on the flush mount, and then you bolt that to your top of your bench. It actually my presses now. I've got a steel welded frame that is bolted to the floor, but even if you have just a wood desk and you put that on there, it's going to make it's so much more rigid that you're going to eliminate a lot of that flex, and you're also going to stabilize that press and your entire loading system. And he also makes all kinds of neat little things that you can bolt on to his mounts that let you hold the little plastic ammo holders and case holders and bullet holders and all that stuff. It's really well thought out. You know, he's a reloader himself, so he really does put good effort in research and development before he actually puts it to the market. And the cool thing about the quick change system is it's a third party, so it's made by he makes stuff for everybody, not just for the company that, you know what I'm saying, he makes it for every manufacturer.
I can run my 650 on my bench wide open, and my bench does not move with the damn plates.
Yeah, it's all about the
Perfect.
footprint.
Yeah, there have been people, you can see them sizing, you can see their whole bench flexing, and I'm just cringing, going, I'm just waiting for that bench to snap, you know, because it's like fiber wood they're using, they're mounting their press on.
If you got a good, like mine, I got a 2x6 on my wall, and you got that right, and maybe 3 on 6 foot, 3 legs, a 4x4, whatever you want, and you put those plates, you will not have that bench moving at all.
I thought I was going overkill when I had my buddy build my reloading bench, but I'm glad he did it now. Willie can testify to this.
It's a big heavy bitch. I got an old kitchen table I bought off a lady for $25, and I have 1, 2, 3, 5 presses on it. Doesn't move. Just a nice, thick, fat kitchen table.
I also have 2 slabs of 3/4 inch hardwood plywood on mine.
Yeah, if you're gonna have one of those the thin wood tables, just slap a piece of wood underneath it, make it thicker, give it some more support, then mount it. I've seen a lot of guys. I'm just sitting there going, man, with an APP watching them flex the wood. I'm like, man, that's going to break one day.
I'll tell you something I did the other week. I have 3 legs. I took the center one out right here. And
I got one.
My bench flexes a little bit now. But when I put that middle leg in, that's it. It don't move.
I got one leg
missing. Yeah, I heard. Yeah.
I'm just playing.
Captain Moab.
Yeah, Andy, that sounds like a rock, man. He built his tops out of 2x8s. Tread used 3/16 inch steel.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I used 90 degree steel. My friend is a 3rd generation welder, and he built mine to hold 5,000 pounds. So he's like, David, he goes, whatever you put on there, short of, like a car, he goes, even if you put a car on there, it'd probably hold it. And I was just like, well, okay. And then I put a piece of 3/4 inch hardwood plywood on top, and I think it was maple or something like that, and or no, it was red oak and plywood on top, and then a piece of 14 gauge stainless steel.
Mine's birch.
I can tell you right now, you can park a tank on Kyle's and you ain't gonna flex it.
I'm more worried about the floor caving in than I am the table. Well, I mean, it's 1/4 inch thick solid steel armor plating.
But here's the problem. Ask how Kyle mounts his presses. He doesn't drill them. He uses C-clamps.
No, I use vice grips.
Vice grips. Excuse me, vice grips.
I was going to go through the trouble, too, because I have the capability to make and fashion my own quick mounts and all that stuff. But then I figured, hell, this shit works great. Why bother with it? It ain't going nowhere.
990 pounds of rifle powder? What's that about, D. Pishner?
Uh-huh.
It says 990 pounds of rifle powder.
Yeah, 3 layers, I can imagine. Mine's 3/4, 2 layers, and it don't flex.
Yeah, that's what I was planning on. 2 layers. This is my plan. 4x4s, 2x6s, then 4x8 sheet of 3/4 inch plywood, ripped down the middle, stacked on top of each other.
I told you, Jamie, if you come down here, man, or you just give me measurements, I can have an entire welded thing set up with tops to match, all out of stainless, where all you'd have to do is mount that stuff in, adjust the feet, slide the legs bolts down, and tap con them into your floor, or if you got wood flooring, with a subfloor underneath, you just run it into your big supports that run across your subfloor. We'll mount it up.
You have a strong bench there, Jamie, when you get through.
I was thinking that it would be 2 foot by 8 foot. So see what you can do with that. I'll come get it.
2 foot by 8 foot, just a rectangle, or do you want it cut on angle, or?
No, just a rectangle's fine.
Okay,
mine's
fine.
28 by the length of the plywood. What is that? 6 foot?
Well, 8 foot is a 48. Yeah. What is it? 48 inches by
I'm 8
2 foot.
Yeah. I didn't cut the plywood in half. That cost me more money because I wanted about to come, instead of 24, I want it to be 28, a few inches out further.
So you want 2 by 24. What do you want, Jamie? 24 by what?
Cut in half, right, Jamie?
Just what I was planning on doing was cutting a 3/4 inch sheet of plywood dead down the middle. So it'd be 8 foot by 2 feet with 2 layers on the top.
So 2 foot by 8. Okay, and you just need a steel frame. And how many shelves do you want in it, underneath it?
Probably just 2.
Okay, one at the floor level, about 6 inches up off the floor, and then another one up about another 2 foot.
Just split the difference. Make
Yeah,
a
all
big
right,
difference.
that'll work. All right, yeah, I'll see what I can throw together for you.
If I had an uncut virgin piece of 4x8 plywood, I'd be damned if I'd cut it in half. That thing's worth $1 million.
I
Right
bet
now,
it is
yeah.
high right now. Yeah.
Right now, oh yeah. Yeah, and drilling stainless does suck, Tin Man.
Mine was $50 per sheet 8 years
Yeah.
ago, 7 years ago.
Well, that must have been right in the middle of a hurricane.
No, it was standard price at Home Depot for birchwood.
Yeah,
It's
Pat.
really good
Pat, I'd
quality.
love to have a plasma cutter.
Yeah, they're nice.
I'm getting rid of my tools, so I don't
Yeah,
need to buy anything else.
Tin Man has an awesome plasma cutter at work. He's got a commercial one, and it will cut through anything. It'll shear through, I believe, 1/2-inch steel like it's cutting through butter.
Yep. We got an ESOB at work does the same thing.
So BPJ, I've heard rumors that prices for wood are about to fall off the side of the table. They're fixing to. I've heard
Well,
it,
they need to. There is no shortage of wood.
and ammo and gas are going to continue to climb.
They've manufactured this wood shortage and made everybody think that wood is, you can't get any wood. I drove behind Lowe's, and this is after they stocked everything inside the building. They can't fit any more in the racks. There's pallets and pallets and pallets and shit stacked on top of shit and all. I mean, there's plywood 2x4s, 2x6s, 2x8s, 2x10s, 2x12.
And it's all warped like no tomorrow because it's been sitting out and uncovered.
In the
And
open, yeah.
yeah,
Ain't none of it gonna be worth selling. So I mean, they're gonna sell it for a penny for every dollar they paid for it because ain't nobody else gonna buy it. The only people gonna buy it are the Rugrats building a treehouse somewhere.
All right,
Like
I'll be
Jay-
right back. I gotta take care of something.
okay, but like Jamie's piece of wood, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go down to a couple of the Home Depots and I'll look for a 2 foot by 8 foot piece of birch, plywood, or redwood oak that they've cut out of a big section and they've just got it as scrap, and it'll be like $3. And
Well,
boom,
it
there
might be
you
more
go.
than $3, but I appreciate your point of view there.
Well, no, actually, they're scrap. The guys mark it. They don't mark it up. They just write it off as a scrap because anything that's not used, the other customer already paid for.
Right.
Yeah, my brother in Maine, he's a ship's foreman, and he sent me videos with their plasma cutters when they cut doors in the battle armor in the ships. Amazing the shit they can cut, like butter.
Oh, it's amazing.
A lot of times they use a normal torch, though.
If you got somebody that knows what they're doing with a torch, you don't need a plasma cutter.
I'd love to have one, but I just can't. I gotta get rid of my tools. I gotta get rid of everything.
Yeah,
So-
we got an awesome plasma cutter at work. I mean, it'll cut through 1/2-inch aluminum
What-
frame rails like they're not even there.
Is Willie going through a divorce? What's going on, Willie? You going to a divorce?
Possibly.
Are you serious?
Shut up, Willie.
Dead serious.
Oh, that sucks, dude. You know what I say is hide in Utah.
Don't know where I'm going. It'll be a while. I gotta save up pennies.
Well, I can tell you this: there's plenty of humidity here in Georgia for you.
No, I know that. That's a fact. I have no idea where I'm going.
And if you want to have Vietnam flashbacks, you can always come to Florida and I'll take you out there in the double canopy jungle.
Oh, hell no. But I will go peacock bass fishing, though.
All right.
Oh, yeah. That would be a blast.
plywood right now is $69 at Home Depot.
That's
Nice.
just
Maple.
That is nuts.
For maple.
And the cheapest, yeah. And then
Okay, what
hardwood
about
59,
Yep.
starting at 59 to 69 for hardwood.
and what kind of hardwood is that?
One's maple. So
And
that'd probably include birch and a few others. Oak.
Yeah,
Oak probably the same.
yeah. So about 60, and that's a half inch.
No, 3/4.
That's 3/4, so $60 for a half inch or 3/4 inch piece of hardwood plywood. That is about double the price it was 2 years ago.
20. It's 20 more than I paid 7 or 8 years ago for hardwood here in Georgia.
yeah, that's just ridiculous price.
Mm-hmm. OSB went up a few years ago during a storm. Remember that? I forget what hit that hurricane. It shot to the roof here.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Well,
forget which one.
Well, Biden went after every single buddy that was helped by Trump, and Trump helped the farmers. So he went after the farmers like they had spit in his face or something. And because of that, the farmers are having a hard time because of the way the drought. I guess there was this big drought, and then they got rain and they got flooded, and basically it made them so they couldn't plant their crops on time. And usually government funding helps bail them out when that happens, and it didn't happen this time. So a bunch of farmers had it real hard this last year.
Can you hear me, Tread, now?
Yeah, he can.
Okay.
Yeah, I've been hearing you fine the whole time, buddy.
Okay. I had it muted a little earlier. So that's why I had
I think that's what he was talking about.
Yeah, probably. I was going to Home Depot and looking. I didn't want to clack, clack, clack on the keyboard.
$2,500 in a 6x8 shed, and you're not even done building it yet.
Good Lord.
A lot of money.
Wow.
6x8, that's it?
You can buy in
Damn.
Georgia a 14 by 24 building for about $4,900. Yeah.
I bet not recently.
I haven't checked it recently. Just
Yeah, I bet
One
you
month ago.
price went
Not-
up
not
at
right
least
now.
25% went up at least.
yeah, wouldn't doubt it.
Let's see. To be politically correct, I heard one of my co-workers describe the way that prices have gone up. It's higher than pterodactyl nipples.
I haven't seen prices increase like this since Jimmy Carter.
Oh, it's insane. I mean, good
I'll
God,
stop there.
lumber is up, no doubt, 300 to 400%.
I remember when Jimmy Carter was president and that price inflation hit,
We're getting it
and
now.
my mother went from buying full carton of eggs to half cartons. They actually started cutting the cartons. I bet everybody that's over 50 years old remembers this. They cut the cartons of eggs in half so that you didn't look like a fool trying to figure out a way to put half the eggs in a bag and carry them up to the front. And they started selling half carton of eggs, and they still do it to this day. But it came from the 70s when food was so high that people couldn't afford to buy an entire carton of eggs. They could only go for week to week and buy a little bit.
I'm gonna have to mute myself over my
That
comments.
frog,
I love your frogs, dude. They're very vocal.
Well, I'll let him play.
Let's go
They're-
back
they're-
here and talk about fuzz. Fuzz is comment right
Good God.
I'm planning on building a heavy bench fuzz, and I do not plan on bugging out. And I'll tell you my philosophy about that is once I'm at home, I ain't got nowhere else to run, brother.
I'm gonna shoot them here.
Right.
I'm not gonna run.
Well, it's been a proven fact that you have more resources in your house, and plus you know your house and the surrounding area better than most people that are coming to invade you because you've lived here for many years. Your neighbors know you, they know your routine. It's easier to get a group of neighbors to work together as a team to protect each other. Like my neighbor next door and my neighbor on the other side of me are all in a little bit of a thing. You know, I showed him how to clean his AR-15 and service his pistol. And he now knows I reload. He wants to learn how to reload. And, you know, so there's a lot of things that you can do in your little area to make your overall situation be better. Our three houses have not been robbed or vandalized or anything since I've moved in here. However, across the street from me, directly across the street, that lady's had their car stolen completely, never recovered, and their cars broken into time and time after again. And finally, they put up lights to light their whole driveway up and everything. And I've always had my light and cameras on my house, you know, and basically it's just young kids. It's people, you know, that get out on spring break and summer vacation, and they go and open up a car because it's left unlocked and the keys are left in it, and they steal it. And, you know, who knows what happens, or they steal the money out of it or whatever's in it. And, you know, that's just how it is. If you look at crime statistics, it goes up over 100% during spring break in the beginning and the first week of summer vacation because of young kids just going out being young and dumb.
Yeah, you got to have a dusk to dawn, I believe it's called. Yeah. Gets dark, flips on, nice and bright, lights up your whole driveway in front of your house. Now cameras are so easy to get. Now you can videotape everyone robbing you.
Yeah, and I put a big old sign that says from my security system saying, warning, you are under 24-hour audio and video surveillance. And freaking people see that and they just keep on going. They don't want none of that because at the very least, they're going to get their face on 4 or 5 cameras. And then all the cops are going to do is when they do their canvassing is they knock on the door, and then of course you're going to say, well, wasn't looking or paying attention, but I do have cameras. You send them all I have to do is go to my camera footage and I can upload and send it to their personal email so they can look at it and go over the entire thing right there at the police department without me having to turn over any of my equipment. It just goes right through the internet for them, and they can look at it.
That's right, Tim, man. It helps them see what they're stealing, and it steadies my aim, baby.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. But off of what Echo said, man, we don't want to hurt no kids, you know.
No.
But stay off of my lawn.
Yeah, and there goes a lot to say about that. You know, just it's like who's that comedian? James Gregory. He was like, when I was growing up, we'd be sitting on the front porch, and you see somebody walking up the street. Daddy, who's that? I don't know who that is, but he better not get on my damn grass.
Well, we're closing in on 2 hours, so we should probably be winding stuff up. But it's, according to Tin Man, we were 7 minutes late, and that's going to cost us 10 minutes per minute. So we got another hour and 10 minutes.
Echo, you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
But we do need to get off here. Y'all need to get on with your lives and your weekend.
My frogs obviously have something else that they're intrigued about.
That's a good one, Andy. That's the best one I've seen so far.
Claymore's on motion detector.
There's nothing wrong with that. Claymore is a very good deterrent.
No. If you enter my house, you'll be subject to claymores on Roombas. I don't even know where they're going to go.
Now, Kyle, have you got that new Russian mold yet?
No, I still haven't got it.
If it's coming from Russia, it's going to take a minute.
CW already got his, and we ordered ours one day apart, and he's had his for about 3 weeks.
Yeah, and now they're doing pistol rounds or rifle rounds, he said.
Yeah, they got all kinds of stuff. He made a video about it, showing their pamphlet, and I didn't know they had all this stuff either.
That's where I saw it.
I still haven't received my mold. I'm fixing to make some phone calls, just cancel the damn order and get my money back.
Go ahead, Jamie.
We're winding it up. AR, thanks for being here tonight. Willie, thanks for being our guest. And Echo, we appreciate it too. So y'all want to do your outros? Tell us what you got coming up. Willie, you go first.
Just taking pictures of what I'm selling and packing. Moving stuff around.
There you go. So we appreciate the comments. We couldn't do what we do without you guys coming in to participate.
Yeah, thanks everyone.
Absolutely. Great side chat.
5 gallons. Wow.
That won't last long at Pat's house.
No. Wouldn't last long around here either if my son found out it was here. That boy can, we won't.
Hell, in my old days, I just put an IV in my neck and just have it dripping in.
I hear that boy, sometimes I forget who his daddy is. Good night, Emperor.
Good night, Tim.
Thanks, Floyd. Thanks for coming.
Absolutely, Mr. Hicks.
Ozark, I hope he's moving to Georgia. Y'all got to tell me about 417 Lager. I don't know what that is. Anyway, AR, what you going to be working on, buddy?
Just waiting on a seating stem from Reading, and probably nothing this weekend, except getting on a live stream and running my jaw. So appreciate you inviting me. It was an honor being here. And,
well, man, we're honored to have you, and you're a Georgia boy, so be expecting more links.
Oh yeah, I love it. It's
great.
I've become a streaming addict.
You're a video hoe, as Uncle Jim called Jamie and me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of strange. I went from no videos to bam.
It happens.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and don't do like I did. Don't start doing everything you want to do on YouTube on a live stream. We still got to make videos because there's people that don't watch our live streams. So.
Yeah, it has been quite a long time since Mr. JH586 has made a video.
It has.
I'm hoping to fix that this weekend.
Kyle even beat you. Kyle made a video.
Oh.
Yeah, that was ridiculous. I was like, "What? Kyle's got a video out." I'm like, "I need it."
I was casting, listening to music, and said, "Bye, y'all." What happened? You just started.
I was going to make one with a 9mm here the other day until I found out the seating stem was too short.
So what you got? What are you working on, Echo?
I am going to be doing some 223-556 from cleaning it all the way to cleaning primer pockets, removing the crimp, to trimming the cases, doing the powder, the bullet, the crimp, and taking it to the range and shooting it.
So from range back to the range, huh?
Yeah, more or less. Yeah, range pickup brass, right to the range, right back here, cleaned up, reloaded, back to the range and shot. And I'm gonna go over my results from the 308 stuff that I butchered the video on because I cannot edit, obviously, to save my life. God gave some people talent with mechanical things and others with electronic things, and I am a mechanically inclined person, and electronics and me just don't seem to see eye to eye. I don't understand what a corrupt file is, and apparently I have 2 hours of video that is corrupt and unreadable for some reason.
It's a file that's not working. Corrupt.
Well, yeah, I kind of figured that one out, AR.
Well, I'm simplifying it.
Well, I kind of do mechanical and electronics.
It's code. Corrupted code.
By trade, I'm a copier mechanic, so that's more or less robotics nowadays. So we're going to turn to my brother Kyle, who's going to run us out of here, and we'll say goodnight after that.
Hey guys, it was great to be here. I'm sorry I took a little hiatus for a minute, but I had to eat dinner and some other stuff, and y'all started talking about some stuff that I don't want to deal with until Monday. But I'm here. I'm sorry about my people.
It's all good, Kyle.
Frogs are fine. I promise.
I don't really have a whole lot coming up. I'm just trying to get through this. We got a bunch of things going at work. I'm trying to get through a transition that we got going at work, and just still having time to relax on Friday nights with you guys. You know, that's what I'm focusing on right now. I'm trying to be me, trying to take care of whatever I've done to my back and trying to get better. So I ain't looking for pity. That's just where I'm at.
Fuzz fork.
Got 2 more appointments next week and 2 appointments the following week, depending on what the x-rays say and all that. So
Floyd Hicks, I got a feeling that if we succeed again, I'm fine with calling it the United States of Texas, but I think it'll be everything except the Northeast and the West Coast.
Yeah.
It'll be
strange times right
What's Fuzz Fork talking about? I disagree about your so-called security. Best you plan ahead for fire. What?
Anyway, we'll talk about that when we let these nice people get on with their weekend.
Good seeing you all.
I want to thank y'all for being here. Remember what this weekend's about.
Yes, sir.
Go to your local federal cemetery if you need to, whatever you got to do. We love you. Y'all stay in touch. You can email us at georgiashootingconnection@gmail.com. Check us all out on Discord, on Reloaders Discord. Check out Uncle Jim tomorrow night. Check out Foreign and Domestic on the Crazy Scotsman's channel Sunday night at 9 o'clock. And until then, till next week about this same time, we'll see y'all then, Lord willing. We hope the Lord blesses you all real good. And we'll see you next week. Say good night, y'all.
Good night.
Good night, y'all.
Good night, y'all.